And can you talk to me a little bit more about the work that you're doing now, what it consists of, um, kind of what practicing as a lawyer is?
Yeah, so I'm a corporate finance and M&A lawyer. It's a pretty broad corporate practice. So I guess the easiest way to describe it is that we help our clients, which are mostly corporates, we help them raise money, and then we also help them buy other companies. And
Mhm.
so there's different subsectors within that. There's very specific areas of niches of that that you can go into, but at the most basic level, we are sort of the legal, we have a facilitatory role in those two processes.
And what are some of those subsectors that you've mentioned?
Yeah, I mean, you could focus specifically on, uh, say, private to private M&A. So you could focus specifically on private companies buying other private companies. You
Mhm.
could focus specifically on cross dual listed issuers, so issuers who are listed in, say, London and Toronto. Uh, there's all these different sectors that you could focus on within the law, and it comes down to what you're interested in, one, and then the second thing is what law firm you choose. So the firm that I'm at, it has most associates sort of have a broader corporate practice, whereas some of the other law firms, you might be in a very, very niche area within that realm.
And I know that you had mentioned that it was about 7 years of education that you knew that you needed to go through. And I understand that because you went through this process in Canada, that it might be slightly different in the UK, but kind of generally, what did that look like? What was the structure and what was the, I guess, the qualifications in the process?
Yeah, so my process is obviously applicable to Canada, and then it's a very similar process in the States.
Okay.
In Europe and in the UK, I'm not 100% sure what the process is, but I know that it looks different than this. But at a general level, you do an undergrad. You do an undergrad, and it can be anything. I chose business
Mhm.
because I wanted to be a corporate lawyer. I thought some of the skills that I would learn through business school would be applicable to corporate law. Um, you do that for 4 years. You write this test called the LSAT, which is a standardized test. It's sort of equivalent to the test that you write after high school to get into college in the
Oh, like
States.
the SAT or the ACT?
S- SAT, yeah, that was the one I was looking for. So you do that. If you were looking to do this, I would recommend that you do that really early in the process, because don't try to do it right before the application deadline, because there's a lot of work to be done with applications and that sort of thing. So you apply from business school. It's a fairly competitive process. You need sort of top grades in your undergrad, fairly good LSAT score. Apply from your undergrad, you get accepted, and then you would do 3 years of law school. Uh, Law school, it starts out pretty quick because you're already recruiting for summer jobs as soon as you're on campus. So you basically, I don't know if the process is the best in this way, but you come to campus, you don't really fully know what to expect from law, and you're already recruiting for specific firms. For me, I understood that I was wanted to do corporate law, so um, I sort of recruited more towards those firms. You recruit for that. You do a few summer internships. If they like you, they call you back after your law school to do articling for a year, and then if they like you again, then you get hired back as an associate in whatever group you choose.
And so how were you able to land this opportunity in London?
Yeah, so that just happened. A lot of the work that I was doing ended up being cross-border work. I was working a lot with clients who had uh, assets over in Europe, and our equity markets in Canada sort of froze up for a while there, and they wanted to list over in London and access some different capital. And so I just sort of got in with the our London group, got to know them a bit, started working with them a fair bit, and just seemed like a good opportunity to have me come over here for a period of time and work in the London market.